Alright, so what I want to talk about today, YouTube, is the Liberty tire. Some people are asking why I switched from the Liberties to the back over to the Bighorn. So when I bought the bike came stock with the 30, 10, 14 Liberty tires. Liberty tire is a good tire. It's a little heavy. Probably weighs in at about 35 pounds. And I'm a sand person, dude. I just love the sand. I love the feel of that bike, as it accelerates and you're heading up that steep dune, and you just take off and you can feel that turbo and the whole bike is just screaming. And you don't know if you're going to make it to the top, or you don't know what's going to happen, but you're going for it. Your bike's slowly running out of momentum. It's slowly running out of power. You got to make a decision when you get to the top of that hill whether I bail or whether I get over the top. So it's just something I like. It's my style. So the bike came stock with the Liberties. It was those bikes are, you guys know the RC there. It's it's $28.99. You probably catch it on sale for some 26, 27. It's a lot of money. By the time you get out the door, it's about 30 grand. So I told my wife when I bought the bike that I would run the Liberties for the whole season. I wasn't going to spend the other $1,000 because I look at money a little bit differently now, especially as I'm getting older. And this is something I want to talk about in my videos as I talk where I'm at and how I got here. And I'm 56 years old, getting close to retirement, and some mistakes I made and what I wish I had done and what I didn't do. Anyway, we'll get to that in a few minutes. So anyway, I bought the bike. I bought the Liberty. It came with the Liberties. I ran the Liberties. Like I said, not a bad tire. I took it to Dumont several times. Climb anything you want out of Dumont. Just ran about 7 pounds of pressure in it all the way around with the Liberties, and it did fine. Like I said, I could go up any hill. I could do anything I wanted to do. Great tire. So then I got out there and we go to St. Anthony's first time. And as I got to St. Anthony's, I'm like, wow, beautiful dunes. Just love those dunes. One of my favorites now. So when I got to St. Anthony's, though, I went out there, and the big hill out there is Cherry Choke, as everybody knows. So I take it out there, and I tried. You can go back to my videos there, and I got about a 28-second video of me trying to get up. It was probably the best attempt I made at it, and it wasn't having it. There's no way. It didn't matter with the air pressure. It didn't matter. Cherry Choke is just. It's not as long as even the steep. I mean, it's not as long as Comp Hill at Dumont, but it is one steep hill. And when I say steep, there's a guy on Facebook that shows he's coming off the top of this thing, and he lands about halfway down the hill, and that's just a crazy video to me. It's just crazy. That hill is like when you're up there and you're going sideways on it and you stopped. I don't know that you'd roll your bike, but you can very, very easily roll the bike. I mean, it's that steep. It's just straight up and down. Straight up and down. Anyway, get back on the topic here and why we're here. So one thing I like about the Bighorn tire is the weight. It's about 5 pounds less a tire, so it's 20 pounds less, and if you're a sand person, cutting weight, huge. One of the disadvantages of it is the Liberties versus the Bighorn is the Liberties are DOT rated. The Bighorn 2.0 radio tire is not a DOT. All right, so my bike is registered with the state of Utah. So that means I have a license plate on it. Some of you guys see my videos. You can see the license plate on it. Also, I have to carry insurance with it and stuff like that. And one of the quick disadvantages of registered, non-registered, like when I go to a park, any state park, or even California when I'm riding out of Dumont, I don't have to have the off-road sticker as long as I'm registered and insured. Now, if you're not, then you have to get each state that you ride in, you'll have to get their sticker. Also, we found out that if we're not street legal, we can't go to the Grand Canyon, and we probably make a run to the Grand Canyon every year. So it's an advantage and a disadvantage with your bikes, whether you street legal it or not. Not all states allow it. I know Utah does, Arizona does. Don't believe Nevada or California do it, but we can do it out here in Utah. So one thing also I learned about the Bighorns is I had a razor, a 900 razor, 2016 900 razor. Interesting story how I bought that, and we'll get into that in one of my other videos on when we go to purchase your UTV and purchasing options. So anyway, when I took that thing out to Dumont, it came with a set of paddles, so I had a set of sand paddles for it. So I went out to Dumont one weekend. I had a set of Bighorns for it and a set of paddles. So we went out there and we tested it. I tested the paddles and I up and down the big hills, and I tested the Bighorns up and down the big hills. With that bike, it really didn't matter. Now, it was just a stock 900, no modifications to it, and it didn't really matter. The only difference was in with the paddles on, you were in two-wheel drive, and with the Bighorns on, I was in four-wheel drive. But I wasn't going any further up any of the big hills. I really wasn't. And just for the record, all these bikes, any UTV, I've had just as much fun on a 570 out of Sand Hollow as I have in my X3. So I don't want to take anything away from horsepower or anything like that. In the sand, you want horsepower. But I've had just as much fun on a 570, an 800, a 900, all of them. There's just certain things you can't do. And you got to know your limitations. All right, I want to back up here too and talk about the price of the tires. As we know, they're both about the same. They're about $175 a piece, give or take a few dollars, and might catch them on sale. But another advantage to the Bighorns is you can go to the dealership, your local dealership, and you can buy a set of takeoffs. My dealership, MotoZoo, they charge about $75 a tire. Or you can go on Craigslist or any of those websites, and you can usually, typically, on any given day, they're on there between $200 to $500, $600 for a set of takeoffs. So we know that the tires news, they call it just the tires, about $700 for the set. So it's a great deal. It's a great way to take advantage, and it's a great way to save money. As I'm getting ready to close this video up, I want to talk a couple things about the life of the RV and lifestyle. It's cost me over the years, and perhaps there's times that I probably shouldn't have done it, that I did it. But it all came into perspective one day. I was at a conference in San Francisco, and I'm out to lunch with one of the salesmen, and we're having lunch, and he goes, "Paul, if you had to make one decision," or let's back up. If you had one regret in life, what would it be? Your marriage, kids, anything. What would it be? And it was real quick. I was really quick to answer that question. The answer to that question was, I said I should have saved more money when I was younger. Your 20s go on, just a blur. My 30s, same thing. I mean, I got a little more focus, you get more into your career and stuff like that, but it's over with and didn't save a dime. 40s, you start thinking about it, and I started saving a little bit of money in my 40s, and then now as I'm 50 years old, I'm getting ready to retire, I look back and I say, hey, I would have easily been a millionaire right now had I just started saving in my 20s. But I didn't do it. I'm paying for that now, but also, the other side of the flip to that is never give up, never, and keep trying. That's the two biggest messages that I can help you with, because I'm proof of it. I do have a little bit of money now. I don't live paycheck to paycheck. And so when I go through these videos here at the ends, I'm going to start talking about my life and how I got where I'm at. So it's very, very important to me, because some of the guys at work, I have them now, and I preach this. I preach it all the time. Start your 401k. Take advantage of any money that your employer is going to give you. And small amount, it doesn't matter at all. Some of these guys, I mean, I begged them. I get on my hands and knees and beg them. And they get up and they've joined them now, and they have, some of them have up $30,000, $40,000, and they've only been in it. You don't have to be a great investor. All you have to do is open the account. Let the guys that do their jobs. They'll do a great job for you. So with that being said, I encourage everybody to take advantage of a 401k or even a Roth IRA. If you're self-employed, just open one up and get it going. Doesn't take much, a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. And if you're out there RVing, or you're out there ATVing, UTVing, or on your two-wheeler, you can afford to stick $5 a month into a Roth IRA or give the minimum amount to your 401k. Trust me, you can do it. You won't regret saving money. All right. So with that being said, I want you guys to like, subscribe, but more important to me is I want you to share my videos. I want you to share the message. All right? Share the love. Anyway, peace out, brothers. Till the next video. The next one's going to be about seatbelt. My retractable seatbelt on my CanAm X3 isn't working right now. It's happened to me one other time, so I'm going to go show you guys how to refix the retractable seatbelt. That'll be my next video. Thanks. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your RVing. Stay out of trouble. No drinking and driving. Peace out.